Hey guys, it is Stacy Lambert Try that again. Lambert Creations 26, and I'm coming to you guys today from Lambert Creations craft room. And overlook my desk. It needs a good scrubbing and cleaning and stuff. I'm wanting to do some painting on this thing at some point, maybe whenever the weather gets a little bit cooler and I can open my windows up. Today would have been a good day because it was nice out today. It was only in the 70s. Um, I'm coming to you guys today because I had mentioned before in another video that I wanted to start doing some process videos, some videos, showing you guys some crafty things that I like to do, things that I'm trying out myself. And so today I am just going to show you guys something that I've been working on. So, you know how we're always looking for things, we're like, okay, well, I want to repurpose something. I want to, I don't want to throw that away because, I can do this. Or I hate to throw that away because it's not good for the environment. Or, how we all just have those moments or whatever, right? Okay, so these old planners. So some of us, may have gotten a couple of these planners and was like, oh, well, you know, um, it I used it a little bit, but not a lot, and so I tore out the pages that I had actually, used that had writing on it, that had stuff on it that you don't want to use for crafting purposes. Well, so this one I had bought with the purpose of deconstructing this. I had bought it a while back, and you can see this is 2122. So I'm going to show you some things that you can do with things like this instead of just chunking it into the garbage. Okay, so you want to tear out, your page, just now these pages are thin, okay? They're, the thin paper. So this is what I do, and you can do it any way that you choose to. I do it this way because it's easier for me, and I have recently been having some real bad issues right in here and over in here and at both my hands, my wrist. And so my dear sweet friend, one of my best friends, Miss Amanda, Amanda, hello, if you're watching this video, had mentioned that it might be, tendonitis. So I'm waiting until I go back to my doctor. He already knows about this, and we've already tried some medicine, and it didn't work. So he said, that I might have to put the braces on or whatever. So we're going to see when I go back to the doctor. If you hear any popping and stuff, it's probably my wrist popping because they're making popping noises. So anyway, I want to show you guys things that you can do with these pages. Now, these, like I said, are thin, and you can make pockets out of these. You can make, junk journal pages. You can do all kinds of stuff with these, is what I have just come up with a few ideas. So, now, again, you may not want to do it this way. This is the way I do it, and a lot of people are going to say, well, you're wasting glue. Well, it's okay. I'm the one buying my glue. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I use the Fabri-Fix or Fabri-Tac. This one's Fabri-Fix, but there is, I think, one that says Fabri-Tac, I do believe. But anyway, love this glue. It stinks, but I love this glue. And you can use whatever glue you want to. I just prefer this because it doesn't have any wrinkles and stuff like that, and it dries clear. It dries quick. So I just go on here and I just do, around, and then I just kind of fill this in like this. Put that to the side, and then I take another piece of the paper, put it down on the top, smooth that out. Never mind the pieces that you see flying. That's okay because that's going to be cut off here momentarily anyway. Now, you can use these to make pockets, to do like a loaded pocket for somebody, to send it to somebody. And I'm going to show you how to do that, because you know a lot of times we use regular construction paper, not construction paper, but scrapbooking paper and stuff, and we we layer it up and things things like that. And we do loaded pockets and things like that. You could even make envelopes out of this. Now, I have not gotten that far with this, but it was something that I did think about. You could make, envelopes and stuff them with crafty goodies. You can, do anything to use up, the extra pages, or if you just buy one of these for the colorfulness of it to use, what have you. So, with this, and I normally use my big trimmer, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use my smaller one because it's more handy. It's smaller, as you can see. And I'm just going to go over here, and I am going to just cut, that section off. Okay, now, if you want these to be smaller, if you're wanting to make a smaller envelope, or not envelope, but a smaller pocket and things like that, you just cut it down to the size that you want it. No big deal. Something simple, something easy. And when you put two of them together, it gives it, a more sturdy base. So, you're going to take this and fold it up where you want your pocket to be. Make sure that it's, even across. You don't want a wonky, well, I don't know, some of you may want a wonky pocket. I don't know. I mean, if you do, that's fine. And I just use my little bone folder here. This is a Martha Stewart here. Oh, Miss Martha. Now, so you're going to have something that looks like this. You're going to be making your pocket. And if you plan on covering up, like the writing and stuff, it's not going to matter, this is going to end up being your back piece. If you want to leave it like that, you can, or if you want to cover this up, you can. I'm going to show you, you can use punches. And if you don't have punches, or you cannot afford punches, you can also use, the little crafty scissors that you get that have the decorative edge. You can use those to make your, your border more decorative. Or if you don't have anything like that, you just have, say, some trims and stuff, you can just put that across there, decorate it up. I'm going to show you that here in a moment. But with this, I am going to use this punch. It is EK Success. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Stampin' Up, but I was thinking EK Success for some reason. But it is Stampin' Up, and it is this border piece here. So we're going to put this here. We're going to line it up. And we are going to do this, and you just line it up and go down. Make sure you got it lined up properly, or you'll have something that is wonky. Again, you may like wonky. I know I do sometimes. So, okay. Then we're going to go back on this side over here. Line that up. Punch. Line that up. Punch. And take off the excess. Throw that in the trash can. And then you have something that looks like this. Now, you can round your corners, not round your corners. You just do whatever your little heart desires, okay? That is up to you as to what you do. So, at this point, I am going to show you, for making this pocket, I am going to be using some of this fall paper that I picked up at Hobby Lobby a little while back. And that is just, what do you call that? The moss. That's what that is. So don't think that that's something, gross or anything. That is moss. So I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to pick what, I want to use this piece here. I'm going to bring that one out. And I think, let's see. I want to use one of these. So I'm going to, well, I said one of those, not two of those. I'm going to bring that out. Okay, we're going to put this paper pad over here to the side. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to decide. Okay, so I think I want this on the inside. I'm going to put this other piece over here. So I'm going to go right here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my little Faber-Fix. I have to shake this down towards the bottom because it's getting kind of empty. And, you know, you can add acetone into this just a little bit to get that runny again. That's what I do whenever it starts because, I mean, it's got that in it. So, okay, so I'm going to go down here. And just make sure, you know, you get it to where, you know, it's going to come up to the edge there because that's where you want, you know, you want it to, you know, not be lifted. Then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to lay this in here like so. And we'll do this. Okay. Then we're going to do like this. Then we're going to just take our paper trimmer and we are going to come over here and right there along that edge, we're going to just cut that off. We're going to come over here and we're going to come up here and we're going to cut that off. Now, my paper trimmer, this one needs a new blade, but I don't know. If you guys know where to buy the blades for these, let me know, because it's the Fiskars, and I don't know where to buy the blades for this. Now, you got this that's, you know, left over. Stick that to the side. Use it in another project. Okay, so now I probably should have done this part before I did my scalloped edge, but that's okay. I'm going to take and I'm just going to go right under that ledge, or that, you know, the edge. That, well, I don't know. That's kind of, okay. We're going to cover that up. This is the first time I'm doing this, so y'all bear with me, okay? Okay, so we're going to put that glue right there because it was leaking out the top of my thing here. Now, I'm going to keep the glue off of that edge for the moment while I glue down my piece of pattern paper. Make sure you got it turned the right way. And I'm just going to line it up over the top of that and line it up on the sides here. And then I'm going to put that down like so. Okay. And for this, you need to be really careful when you go back in. You can measure this paper off however you want to do it before you put it on there. I have just always done it like this. Just make sure that you just go right up to the edge. Don't cut your pocket piece or you'll have to glue it, you know, you'll have to glue it back down. And I'm having a little issue here. Okay. It's not wanting to cut that. Oh, it did. It just, okay. So, I'm going to put that to the side. And you can also, because this is what I'm doing right here, because I didn't get it right up to the edge. You can take a pair of scissors and just cut right along that edge. Just don't, you know, if you cut into the pocket, all you have to do is just, you know, glue it back down. So don't, you know, freak out if you know, you're like, oh oh, I, you know, cut my pocket. Just glue it back down, glue it shut. It'll be fine. Okay, so now I have, it looks like this. Get this out of the way. Okay, so now at this point, I'm just going to go back through and I'm going to repunch. Well, I said I was going to. I'm going to trim off this edge piece. I know y'all are probably watching me thinking she's nuts. She don't know what she's doing. But it's okay, I promise. Okay, I just trimmed off that edge. I've still got, you know, a deep enough pocket. Then I'm going to go in here, use my edge puncher, line it up, and punch. You don't want that paper to be too thick because if you do, it's going to be hard to get your punch, you know, to punch through. So, you know, keep that in mind. Okay. So then you've got that out of the way. And then at this point, you can take your glue. And I don't come right up here to this edge, right here. I come down a little bit and I put me some glue. Do the same on the other side. And that is the one thing about that glue. And if you get that on your paper, all you got to do is just, you know, rub it off. It'll come off. And press that down. And press this down. And if you want to, you can cover the back. I'm not going to cover the back. Well, maybe I will, just to use this piece of paper here. We're going to go ahead and do the back. I know I don't have no sense. Go ahead and tell me. It's all good. Well, I'm going to have to add some acetone in this, but I'm going to have to get some from the store first before I can do that because I'm out. You just kind of go on there. Okay, and then I'm going to I know I should have put that just at the edge, but I've got a little bit of piece that's not, you know, exactly right. So now with this, you just make sure everything is smooth, and then you use your scissors, and like I said, don't cut your pocket, but very carefully go up. Like so, and then you can go, you're just going to go around and cut off this excess. You can use your trimmer if you want to, but because mine is kind of wonky, I didn't want to do that. So there's the back part, and you can stamp, you know, handmade by, or you can write it down there. And then this pocket, you know, you can fill with tags, you can put it in a journal, you can make them smaller, you know, so there is one thing. And you can also, on these, and I've got my glue gun ready over here. And I'm going to put the lid on my glue here because it's wanting to go everywhere. I'm making a mess. Get that to the side. Move this over. Okay, so we got this. And so now I just want to kind of use I had purchased these off of Etsy. I think this was Lavish Laces, I think. I'm not for sure. I'd have to look back and see, but these were very pretty colors, and so this was an extra that I got from ordering from the shop. And I'm going to see See, I think that would be very pretty on there. I have my hot glue gun ready. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put me down some hot glue right across the bottom part here. Like so. And then I am just going to lay down my piece of trim and press it down. Make sure it's straight. Press it down like that onto the paper. Get that hot glue off of my desk because that is awful to try to get up. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here and right up there on the edge, I'm going to just snip that off. And the same thing over here. Just going to snip that off right there. And so there you have that. And you can layer more embellishments on top of it. You can add, you know, whatever you want to this. But, you know, use up that paper, guys. Use up the stuff that you know, that you're like, oh, well, what am I going to do with that? That's trash. Throw it away. Well, no, that actually saves you from using up your good crafting paper and your good stamping paper and stuff like that. You know, use that as your base and then just cover it up. You know, I mean, there we go. And then there's the back again. So there's one thing you can do. Now, another thing that we can do is, let me get me another piece of this paper out. Because, you know, I mean, look at, now, see, like, you don't want, you know, that's just, you know, talking about water bill, cable bill, and all that. But anyway, you don't want that, you know, unless you're going to cover it up. So I'm going to grab out another sheet here. So another thing that we can do is if you have punches, okay, and you're like, well, I want to make some flowers. Okay, well, you see all of this that's in, you know, that's color and whatnot. Well, I've got this punch. And if you don't have punches, you can use scissors. You can use the creative scissors and stuff. And, but you can take the punch, go on here, and you can just go along this border and just punch you out. As many petals as you can get. Like so. And then, you know, you just take your glue. Now, the one thing I forgot was to get my little mat out, that my little molding mat is what I call it. But, you know, you can layer these up. You can just take these, put you a little dollop of hot glue, and you can make some little flat flowers. You can make, you know, to go in journals. You can make them for whatever, you know, you want to use them for. I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas. And if you don't have like one of the little molding mats, I mean, you can always use a little needle. You can use, there's just all kinds of things that you can use. I mean, just think, guys. Put that brain in motion and, you know, just think of what you could do. Think of what, you know, you could do with, you know, the pieces of paper. Now, with this, you can take the tweezers and just kind of fold the petals back to give it a, I think it'd be better with these tweezers aren't really, you know, the ones that I would use for this, but I mean, let me get, okay, so I have this fabric needle here, upholstery needle. You can take and roll, see, you roll your petals and give them, you know, the volume. And a lot of times it's easier to do this beforehand, before you glue them together, but so then, you know, you'll give it, and then you can put a center in that. You can go around and, you know, roll all of those before you glue them together. And so there's something else you can do. You can put a little center in that, and there you go. You can cut these out to, if you want to share with your friends, you can use these to cut out to send, you know, die cuts. There's people all the time looking for, you know, die cuts and stuff. So there's something else that you can do. Now, to make it easier to get to this other piece of paper here, my scissors right there. Okay, so you just take this and, you know, cut this down. And that's all I'm doing right now is cutting, so I will show you guys. So then, you know, you've got that piece left there. Okay. Well, if you have stamps, then you can ink up the stamp. Smaller stamps, of course, because that's what's going to fit in the little block. Right here, we have a Tigger. I love Tigger. He's so cute. So you just take that in there, center that. You have a little Tigger. And you can just leave it in that color, whatever you want to do. You can take that. You can leave it like that, or you can color it in. You can fussy cut all the way around that, you know, whatever your heart desires. So there's another thing that you can do is use the stamps on that. And another thing goes back to the die cutting thing. Just use all kinds of, you know, punches. You know, punches that you have. And I always turn mine this way so I can see what I'm punching. But see, like, okay. And if you want these to be thicker, just, you know, put two of them together. Just, you know, test before, you know, make sure that you don't want it too thick because your punch won't punch through it. So, but, you know, if you're going to glue these down, you can glue two of them together. There's, you know, more little die cuts. And, you know, you just use your imagination when it comes to it, guys. Just, you know, pick out, you know, you can do like butterflies. And see, it don't really matter if it's got the line, the number on it. I mean, if it bothers you, you know, you can always cover that. Okay, that's not going to work right there because we need this section cut off. Okay. There's that. And you can color these with, you know, inks. You can color them with sprays. Another thing, so we've got the die cutting, you know, that y'all can see that you can do. You can make pockets any size that you want to. You can also make, now I have that flower over here to show. Oh, here we go. You can make rolled roses, and I just went ahead and made one. If you want a tutorial on making a rolled rose, I can, you know, rolled flower, I can show you guys. I just went ahead and made one for the purpose of this video. So here is this that you can do. And another thing that we can do is, and this part is probably going to be a little bit messy, but this will be the last thing that I show you guys. So you can take these, if you don't want to use this for anything that I just showed you that you can do, you can take this and make journaling pages. You can use them, you know, to put down, you know, to ink things over, and just, you know, instead of using your, you know, your scrapbook paper, your paper that, you know, that you do your stamping on and things like that. Because I know that, you know, as a crafter myself, that I have an issue about just reaching over and grabbing a piece of my printer paper to, you know, so you can take these out of that, dried glue just went somewhere. You can take these out and, you know, just use these, you know, to protect your surface, you know, and stuff, and then throw it away afterwards after you use it for that. But we can do, and I am just going to grab a couple of these sprays here, these Distress Oxide sprays, and woo, you can, you know, use these just for, you know, like I said, making journaling pages, making backgrounds. You know, you can cut them down to where, you know, there's only certain things showing and everything. But, oh, and I got to open these. Okay, well, I did not think that through, guys. Okay, let's just move that one to the side and let me grab something that is already opened and something that will hopefully show up. I have a ton of different. I purchased a bunch of these from this at this yard sale one time, and I don't know, you know, how well they're gonna work or whatever. So we'll okay. So you can, you know, do this, right? And you just keep building your, you know, build up your layers. And I did not think about, like, maybe, you know, wiping this, you know, wiping it down. Or I would have, I'm going to grab another one of these. This was something I didn't think about, guys. I was going to, I should have got one of my rags to, you know, kind of wipe this around and stuff, but I didn't do that. So I'm just going to grab another piece of this here, and we're just going to, okay, yeah, that just got all over my hand, but okay. This one's kind of messy. Some of these are homemade inks, but, you know, you can, you know, and then you can even use the other side. You know, I mean, I'm just trying to, you know, give you ideas of things that you can do. You know, you can use these for making backgrounds in your junk journals. You can use them for making backgrounds on your tags, things like that. So I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys some things. That, this is kind of, I don't know, kind of thick. Like, I don't know what they made that, but ew. See, I'm getting it everywhere. So a crafter is messy. So, you know, it is what it is on that. So, okay. So you can, I mean, you know, get messy with it. You know, I don't care to get messy. It don't bother me. Okay. So now, so, you know, and then you just keep going over your pages. But see, look at that shimmer. Use different colors. Keep building and stuff, you know, and do that. And, you know, just see what you can come up with to use in your, you know, your junk journal and stuff. Because people like the grungy look, you know, and stuff like that. There's just a number of things that you can do. You can cut out, like, use one of these for like a stencil, you know, use it. Let's see how that works. Okay. And even though you use that as a stencil, let that dry, and then you've got a sprayed butterfly. Now again, if you don't like to get paint on you or ink, this is not for you, okay? I'm just letting you know. So, see? And then you can, you know, there's just, use your imagination on these things. And I am actually going to spray that one there again. And of course, you know, you want a surface underneath, because right now I'm getting ink all over my desk, but that's okay. So then you can peel this one up. Now I didn't do like a stencil piece on that, but once this dries, see the color on the butterfly? Well, now he's got a hold of Tigger and that there, but that's okay too. So see, and you can add other colors to that. You know, just keep, you know, adding colors. You know, use a rag, wipe them down, whatever you want to do, and get the, you know, the effect that you want. So, guys, I hope that this video gave you a little bit of inspiration. I hope that, you know, you like this video. I hope that you subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I'm going to try to be doing more, you know, tutorials and things like that, and, you know, sharing things that I'm making. and everything. I hope, that I can get more people to, come on my channel. And I just hope that everyone is having a blessed day. Know that God loves you, know that I love you, and know that, just get get crafty with it. Get crafty. Just don't be afraid to try different things. So, if you'd like to see other things, just if you will, just put if you can comment. I don't know if you can comment or not. I don't know about how YouTube does everything anymore. You can comment and let me know things that you would like to see. Flower tutorials, jewelry tutorials, things like that. I don't do a whole lot of like jewelry things, but I can make charms and bracelets and things like that. But I really want to keep it kind of crafty. So if you'd like to see something, just give me a holler, and I'll see what I can do about getting you a video up. But I mean, look at this. Once it's dried, look at how pretty, and it's got a shimmer. I don't know if you guys can see that, but with these, while they're a little bit wet, also you can also kind of manipulate. Be careful, but you can manipulate the paper, to get, and then if you layer this up with another one, you can make dimensional butterflies. You can do, there's just all kinds of things that you can do, guys, in the crafting community, with your crafting stuff, not necessarily in the crafting community, but, you know, we can all share our things that we do, things that we make, our creations and stuff. But, if you don't like dealing in inks and you don't like, getting stuff on you, this kind of stuff here will not be for you, because it's messy. So I hope you all have a blessed evening. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you like the video, share the video, and I hope that you come back to watch other videos that I'm going to be in the process of doing. I hope y'all all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching, and I just, just want to say, that I appreciate, you coming to my channel. Thank y'all so much. Bye.